There we go. Pages 77, 78, unit number 7, lesson number 3. And maybe, well, I don't remember who helped me reading. Because I have 3 or 4 people that always help me out reading things on the internet. But thank God I have 3 students here that they can cooperate actively because they have no choice. Milena, are you there, Milena?
Yes.
Okay, do me a favor, would you? Read please the Chinese proverb.
If you receive a gift of great value, it is your obligation to share this gift many times over. Chinese
Thank you so
proverb.
much. Thank you. Valentin, do you have anything to say about this? If you receive a gift?
I think someone have some great attitude with us, we can have same attitude from another person to for what do you say
Being thankful. When you are thankful.
thankful. I think thankful for other.
Okay, good. So someone has given you a gift. Well, a gift sometimes it's not just something material, you know. There are other things that you probably need and you receive them as gift. An opportunity, for example. If you receive an opportunity, this is a gift and it got a great value. So what you gotta do, what you should do, you must do, is to give opportunities to other people that ask to you. This is what Valentin is saying. Valentin said that if someone gives you something, someone has been very nice to you, meaning the least you can do is to being thankful of what he said. Maybe Guillermo. Guillermo, do you have something to say about this? Velasco? Daniel? Not here. Yeah, you're here.
Yes, I read the text.
Tell me, Guille, what do you think about it? Take your time. Think for 2 minutes. We're gonna listen what Paola Velasco got to say about this.
I think you not in the obligation.
Huh? Obligation of what?
Oh,
Okay, think 2 minutes. Think for 2 minutes, Guillermo. Put your ideas together. Paola Velasco.
Yes, I think it refers that if you have something good about yourself or whatever, you have to share it with other people.
What about you? Do you share your stuff with other people? Your knowledge, your material possessions? I don't know, anything. Do you?
Yes, I try to do it because I think it's a good thing to do.
Okay. Thank you, Paul. Guillermito, let's come back to you. Yes.
I think that the person does not have an obligation to give a gift when another person has given him one or him it.
And thank you, Guillermo. Do you share, Guillermo? Do you share with other people what you got? Yes, you do. Or no, you don't. Be honest. Yes, no, maybe. Sometimes. From time to time. Or never. So you are speechless with my question. Okay, so thank you, Guillermo. Anyways, let's open your books, page 77, I said. Yeah, 77, please. Oh, 76. 76 and 77. Are you confident with technology? That's a question. Are you confident with technology? Haven't you? What about you, my dear Merari? Are you confident? Do you feel comfy using technological devices? Yes. You do. Okay. What about you, Danny? And how is that? So do you have trouble? Do you have any kind of trouble using technology?
Teacher,
Tell me.
we worked the page 76.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, 76. Daniela, do you feel comfy with technology? Communicate your assignments. Okay. I remember when I was studying the first time in the university, I handed in some of my homework assignments typewriting. I used a typewriter, so computers were new. So it was the time where if you had a computer, it's because you have a lot of money and you have internet. So you were a god or a demigod if you got internet in the times when I studied the university. I remember that the only place where we can access to a regular connection was in cyber cafes. And there were some cyber cafes all around, and then you gotta pay, I don't remember the fare, $1 an hour or a quarter for an hour. I think it was $1 or 75 cents for an hour to be there using the internet. And it sucked. It really sucked. So those were my first contact with technology. And nowadays, I think that I feel confident using it. I feel confident with my information, probably because I don't use bank accounts or those online accounts, and I feel comfy with it. There's one concept here that is good for you to read it. Technophobia. 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 Technophobia is nothing but the dislike or aversion of modern technology and devices. So if you really hate them, if you really disgust them because you can't use it, you are a technophobic person. You are a technophobic because you have technophobia. People like her, old people in general, don't feel confident using technology because they were born in an area where things were done differently. Like in my case, I am in the between thing. I am in the transition, like they said, from typewriters to computers. So I'm not that old, like the woman in the picture. So probably that is why I don't feel technophobic about it. So, but this woman does, or this woman is. You're gonna listen to a talk to Mrs. Harris. She's Mrs. Harris. She's talking to a help desk. So, you know, in those call centers, you call for technical support and they offer you some help. So she called to a call center asking for help. So you have to write down what she having trouble with, basically what her problem is, and also write how do you know. But we have important elements here that probably leads you to the answer, right? We have the pictures. What is she having trouble with? But we're gonna listen to the conversation so we make sure of our answers.
Audio 7.11.
And I just can't get it to work. It's probably broken. I wonder if you can help me.
Okay, ma'am. First, I need to know if your iX44 is still under warranty. Do you remember when you bought it?
Gee, I don't know. In January or February, I guess.
Right. Hold the line, please. Yes, you're still covered. Now, before we go any further, could you check the power cable? Has it been properly connected?
You mean the white cord?
Yes. Plug it into the wall socket and make sure it's completely connected, okay?
Let me check. Just a second, please. Okay. What should I do now?
Push the power button.
Push what?
The power button. Do you know where it is?
Well, there's a blue button at the back. It's kind of green.
That's the one I'm talking about. I need you to push it once.
Okay. Hang on a second. Okay. Done that.
Now, wait for the power light to go green.
Light. Oh, here. Well, nothing's happening.
That's funny. Hold on, please. Ms. Harris, I'm going to ask you to unplug the monitor cable from the wall socket and start over.
Sorry, didn't get that. Unplug what from where?
The monitor is, it's the little TV, you know?
Oh, all right, just a sec. Got it. Oh, it's on. You're a genius.
There's a message on the screen, correct?
Yes?
Can you tell me what it says?
It says, welcome.
Okay. Now I want you to push the F1 key, click on the welcome icon, and scroll down to the bottom of the screen and set the time and date.
Key? Icon? What on earth are you talking about?
Let me see. Do you have the answer, my dear Valentin? Okay, what is she having trouble with? What is she having trouble with? What is the woman's problem? With the monitor. So in general, with the computer. Melanie, do you think that this case, this situation here is over the top? I mean, is too exaggerated to be real, or is it real? Yes, it is. It is real. So I never work in call centers, but I have heard stories from call centers. I have a friend who told me that he worked for AT&T. So you know that huge, big, well, huge is bigger than big. That huge company that provides internet cable service in the United States. And an old woman was calling him that she was not able to see the channels on her cable system. And he asked her if that box, the router, I guess, but it got another name. It got another name, was on, and it was off. So the only thing that she gotta do is look for a button in the back part of the box and push it. Push the on button, the power button, and she did. And everything worked. Magic happened. She could access to all the channels in her program. So you see, those situations happens. Sure. So then in the order here, Daniela Paola, do you have the answer for number 2?
I think it is plug the cable into the wall socket.
Thank you. So number 2 goes here. Let's draw. She said the cable into the wall socket, right? Guillermo, do you have number 3? This one.
Creo, bueno, sí, esa.
Here, Guille.
Yes, había puesto.
Thank you. Julissa Batres. Push.
Push down to the bottom of the screen.
Where here? No. This one is 1. This one is 4. And what about number 2? Number 2. This seems like number 1. But number 1 is being done as an example. Well, I can do better than this. For number 5, Danny. On the welcome. I look like a kindergarten student. 6, scroll down. And so that makes you set the time and table. Good. So here we have some expressions when you want people, well, you ask people to wait. When you ask someone to wait, please hold on. Just a minute, please. Wait a sec. Oh, wait a sec. Just a minute, please. Those are very useful and common expressions you can use when you want to ask people to wait for you because you're being busy. Indirect questions. Tell me. So then we have 6 grammar indirect questions. Okay, we have 2 types of questions, direct questions, the original question. We have to turn them into indirect or indirect questions, whatever you want to pronounce it. And let me see, do I have any volunteer at home? Daniela, Mireli, Milena, Daniela, Paola, Guillermo. Anyone who wants to read this? Only one. Yeah, she's sleeping in the bathroom. Mireli, Recinos.
Hey, teacher.
Hello, Mireli. Can you please help me reading this?
Okay.
All of it.
Word of English. Indirect question begin with phrase like, do you know, remember, do you have any idea? Can,
Cool.
who, you tell me, I wonder. They make question and request softer or more polite.
Thank you so much. So in English, we ask this type of questions to sound softer or more polite and more sophisticated. Every question starts with a phrase. So the phrase like, do you know? Do you remember? Can you tell me? Do you have any idea? Or I wonder. Let's go over this exercise. First and foremost, one of the rules that you have to take into consideration is this. When you have verb be, you have to invert the order or switch the order. Instead of say, where is it? You said where it is. You don't use auxiliaries. So you delete auxiliaries, cross out auxiliaries, and you conjugate the verb. You conjugate the verb in the corresponding tense. For example, in here, is did is past tense, you conjugate this verb in past tense. The same happens here. You're not gonna use this auxiliary, thus is in present, so you have to conjugate this verb in present tense. And when you don't have WH words, you use the word if instead of any other word. Let's do it together so you can see how is this thing done. Here, and I move back. God damn it. Okay. So I think we can see it. We're gonna use one of these expressions. Do you know? Now the indirect question, where invert the order, where it is, and question mark. And there you have it. Very easy. Let me just. Do you know what it is? Second, let's use, do you remember? Do you remember when, no auxiliaries, conjugate the verb. When you bought it. Number 3, do you have any idea? Do you have any idea what it says? So I don't use the auxiliary. I conjugate the verb into the S form because it's third person form in present tense. And finally, let's use I wonder. or I was wondering, where is the slash? Where's the slash? Here. Or was wondering if, because we don't have a WH word, we use if. I was wondering, or I wonder if you can help me. And no question mark. When you use I wonder, don't use a question mark, use a period. And you see how easy it is to turn direct questions into indirect questions. Do you have any questions about the questions? Milena, Guillermo, Paola, Daniela, Alexandra. Do you have any questions about the questions?
Teacher,
Ah,
¿por qué le ha puesto ahí wonder pleca was?
can you repeat that?
Que por qué le ha puesto ahí I wonder pleca was.
Because you can say I wonder or I was wondering. So you have two choices. You either say I wonder or I was wondering. Any other question?
O sea que si solo si usa wonder, el wondering no lo tendría que poner.
I can say only I wonder. I wonder if you can help me, or I was wondering. I was wondering if you can help me. But you have another alternative. So that's why the slash represents another alternative. I wonder. You got it now? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So then let's move to some exercises. You're gonna help me with some practice. Just give me a sec. So in direct questions, exercise number 1. Change the direct questions into indirect questions. Use, can you tell me? Can you tell me? Number 1 is gonna be done by, now work on this, and then I'm gonna assign you which one you're gonna choose, or which one you're gonna share with us. You guys work in this, and you guys work from home. You can work online if you want. I will share the I'll share the link with you in the chat, so you can do it online. So you guys at home do it online, and here with my people here, we're gonna do it like in the old times, old school style. Let's have 5 minutes, 1 minute per each.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, tell me.
Okay. Can you tell me where she plays tennis?
She plays tennis. Thank you very much. Number 2.
Can you tell me if he lives in Paris?
Can you tell me
If he lives in Paris.
in Paris? Thank you. Number 3, Guillermo. Huh?
Espera.
Okay, take your time. Let's check the first one. It's correct. Let's check the second. It is correct as well. Congratulations, ladies. Now,
Yeah.
Guillermo, number 3.
Can you tell me if she hungry?
If she is hungry. Let me see. Yes, it's correct. Guillermo. Paola.
Can you tell me what this is?
Can you tell me what it is?
What this is?
What this is. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. You're gonna get it wrong because of me. And you got it right. Merari? Where, but that we don't have where. When we don't have WH words. If they work in Canada. Let's see. Yay. So we're gonna do only 10. Only 10. Number 6. Number six. Alexander Ramirez. You can use the chat, so don't unmute your microphone because you can't. But you surely can use the chat. Alexandra, you're gonna write the answer in the chat for number 6. Number 7, Valentin. 8, Merari. Number 9, Daniela. And 10, me. I will do number 10 for practice. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Argentina. Only Argentina. Okay, my dear Alexandra.
Teacher,
Tell me.
Eunice says that the chat is disabled. So,
Really?
right there. Yeah.
That's sad. But I did. Okay, no problem. Let me see. Yeah, only 8. Can you tell me? Don't forget, can you tell me? Can you tell me when they met? Let me see. No, I have to write John and Luke. John and Luke met. Ah, I got it. It's in present tense. So I have to conjugate the verb in present tense, not in past tense. When they meet. Stupid me, sorry. It is the auxiliary. The auxiliary was in present and I was conjugated it into past tense. Sorry, fellas. I'm not perfect. Can you tell me who is number 7? If he is a lawyer. You're right. My dear Mary. When the party is correct. Danny? If they often go out. That's right. And this one, what he does at the weekend. Got it. That's right. That's that's nice. That's really nice. Let's come back to the book. 77. Page 77, 77. Page 77. So we have the rules for indirect questions. Guillermo, is it true or false that to transform a direct question into an indirect question, you invert the subject and the verb? Is true or false? Guillermo Antonio Velasco. True or false? What do you think, buddy? It's true. Yes, it's true. Totally true. Paola, you use do or does and did?
It's true, I think.
When you change the questions into indirect questions, you said it's true. Okay, number 3, Milena. Use if when there's no WH word. Is true or false?
True.
You said it's true. Okay. Merari, you use a question mark if the phrase begins with I wonder, or you use period? True or false? It's period, so the sentence is? Do you use a question mark? So then it's false. It's false. Let me see, you invert the order? Yes, you invert the order. You switch the order. Do you use do or does or did? No, you don't. You conjugate the verb. And the other, do you use if when there's no WH word? Yes, it's true. Let's come back here and check the answers. Is true, false, true, false. True, false, true, false. Then exercise B. Rafael works at a hotel in London. correct the international guest queries. Well, we have some mistakes here. We have mistakes in the usage of indirect questions. Can you please work on this? Again, 5 minutes, 1 minute per each question. Identify and correct the mistakes. Mistakes in number 1. Sofía Garcia. Can you unmute your microphone, Garcia, Sofía? No, you can't. Daniela Hernandez, are you back?
Yes, teacher.
Hello, do you have the answer for number 1?
Number 1, can you tell me if is there free Wi-Fi in their rooms?
Did you find the mistake? Can you tell me
If is there
there is a mistake. You have to change there with is.
is. Can you tell me is there free Wi-Fi in the rooms?
Thank you.
Right?
Can you tell me if there is Wi-Fi? There
got it.
That's the only change. There is.
There is Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
Order.
Thank you, Danny.
Teacher.
Mireli, do you have the answer for number 2? Mireli, do you have the answer? Or Milena? Mile.
I don't know. I'm not sure where is the answer, but I grade. Can you tell me how many Starbucks are there in the neighborhood?
So the mistake is similar to the previous one. There are. Only change the position with verb be and the adverb there. Starbucks, there are in the neighborhood. That's the mistake. Thank you, Mila. Daniela Paola, do you have the answer for number 3?
I think the mistake is in how big are the rooms, because it should be the rooms are.
Exactly. The rooms are. How big the rooms are. That's the mistake. Thank you. Valentino, do you have number 4?
I would like to know if
Accepts dogs. Yes. I like to know if no auxiliary, if the hotel accepts with the letter S, accepts dogs. Number 5, Merari. Do you know when this hotel was built? Good. Was built. And number 6, my dear and only Daniel. What is the mistake? There are 2 mistakes. Yeah, I wonder if I could check out late, maybe. I know. Oh yeah. Well, I'm because of the question mark. But the question mark goes at the end. It says maybe 4 p.m. It sounds like it needed, so we better check. Because for me, this question mark doesn't go. But let's check. I may be wrong. No, I was wrong. I was wrong, Danny. I was wrong. This is my second time this class. And then the last exercise for you, my friends, is read the ad. This is the ad to visit to learn a new language. And complete Monica's indirect questions. Here you have direct questions from 1 to 5. And you have the indirect questions here. Do you know? I like to know. 5 more minutes. For the first one, Daniela Hernandez. Do you have the answer for number 1?
Yes, teacher. Me?
Please.
Do you know when was this method created?
When?
Do you know when this method was created?
Yeah, perfect.
That's right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do you know when this method was created? Number 2, Milena. Well, we don't have too many choices here, Milena. You are only 7. Mile.
Yes.
Do you have the answer for the second one?
I like to know how many models there are.
Yeah, thank you. Paola, Daniela, Paola. 3.
Can you tell me if I should practice during the day too?
Yeah, if I should. Can you tell me if I should? Number 4, Valentino. Cost with yes, costs. Thank you. And number 5, Daniela. I wonder if I will if I will become. I wonder if I will become. So easy peasy, we finished lesson number 3. There's one exercise left, but maybe we can complete it next class. Thank you for your participation in your house. Bye-bye.